baby is coming, you gotta be ready. But he just don't believe me at all. He just really don't believe that the baby is gonna come. Until we went to the lift, went down to the car park level, and then I just say like, dude, baby is coming. I'm gonna give birth like now, or we're gonna go back home.
In the car park?
So wait, you gave birth in a car park?
So yeah, that's what I told him. I told him like, baby is coming now. I was like, my face just changed. And he was like, oh.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Just Parenthings. Today, we have a guest with us and she has a very, very interesting story to tell. This is the first time I ever heard it, that someone actually went through an unassisted, unplanned birth.
How does that
How?
work?
Actually, it's just like a fancy term that I didn't make it to the hospital in time lah. Yeah. So we gave birth at home.
How long did it take? Like from when you first felt contractions to
Wait,
when...
I haven't even say her name.
Oh, sorry. Got too excited. Sorry.
Yeah, her name is Kin. Kin. Her name is Kin, and she is the one that went through an unassisted and unplanned birth. Right? Okay, Esther, your questions now.
So how long did it take from contractions, from when you felt contractions to when the baby came out?
I would say like about 2 hours.
Girl, then why didn't you go to the hospital?
So the thing is like when I first had the contractions, right? When I first felt the contractions, I literally thought that it was just gas, just bloatiness. So I actually go and take the medicated oil, the Ru EU. You know Ru EU? Then I just put on myself, you know. Yeah.
The red one.
The red one. Yeah, so I literally like on hindsight thinking back, like yes, those were contractions, but I actually thought that it was just gas.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the contractions intensified.
And then when it intensified?
I don't know. It's just like, I think like it's a matter of synchronicity because just nice that time my OB was actually on leave as well.
What's OB?
My gynae.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I have never met, I don't know who my sub gynae was, you know. So I think like inside myself, I'm like, don't go to the hospital. There was this like,
Gut feeling.
yeah, this gut feeling.
So for some context, right, unplanned, unassisted means
It just happened.
It just happened.
like one fine day,
I have so many questions.
And there's no professional.
no professionals
So
around.
what? You just...
Yeah, that's
Yourself?
basically it. Is it for the people watching?
Yeah, the actual birth what happened was that my husband was the one that caught the baby. And even more epic, he did it in a football dive. So he went like this, zoop, and then he cushioned the fall and he caught our baby.
When
That's
you gave birth standing up?
I have so many
people standing up.
questions.
You gave birth? Oh my God.
Wait, okay, let me go back to the start. Wait. Okay, so you felt the contractions, you thought it was gas.
Yes.
But then 2 hours later, you knew that the baby was coming.
Yeah. In between that time, in between the contractions, I was just going and pacing around the house because no matter what I was doing, like sitting not comfortable, lying down not comfortable, it was actually 1 a.m. And then I was like, I tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't. Yeah.
Because it was painful lah.
It was a tightening sensation. So in between my contractions, I even was crocheting something and like doing some drawing.
Sorry, was this your first child?
It's my third.
So did your water break? Your water broke lah. Like you went through the entire the usual process.
Yeah, so when I was putting Ruyu on me happily and then just waiting for gas to pass out, what happened was I actually noticed that I was leaking a little bit. So the thing about water bag is that there's two kinds. One is a gush.
Yes.
One is a leak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely felt that my water, like it was leaking a bit. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, maybe today's the day. We still have like 24 hours. You know? Then I was like telling my husband, I was just thinking, oh, what should I eat for breakfast? That kind of stuff. But then little did I know that, you know, it progressed really fast. Maybe because it was my third one as well, right? And then so what happened was my husband woke up by himself. Usually he doesn't. Like I'm not sure about you guys, like if you know of people who just sleep like a lot at night. But then
Over
he just
there, by the way.
yeah, then he just that night, right? He just like,
whoa,
you know,
man
something.
knew in his heart.
Yeah, it's like that.
He knew he was gonna
gut
catch
feeling also.
a baby.
Yeah, or maybe because I was pacing around the house and he felt like it was a bit.
Straight.
He was just checking if it's really a human or something. But anyway, so the contractions intensified. And then in his perspective, he really thought that we could still make it to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're in Singapore, it's like just 7 minutes away from our house. Then I got changed and I was like, I told him like, okay, the baby is coming, you gotta be ready. But he just don't believe me at all. He just really don't believe that the baby is gonna come. Until we went to the lift, went down to the car park level, and then I just say like, dude, baby is coming. I'm gonna give birth like now, or we're gonna go back home.
In the car park.
So wait, you gave birth in a car park?
So yeah, that's what I told him. I told him like, baby is coming now. I was like, my face just changed, and he was like, oh. And then we went back home. And then in his mind, he still thought that, oh, okay lah, maybe we're gonna wait for the SCDF to come. Because as I was already like waddling home already, because I could feel that the baby between my legs already.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah. But then like I waddled home, and then like in the short distance from the lift lobby back to our house, I told him call SCDF. Yeah. And then we reached home, and then it was like full primal instinct. Like there's no time to think. There was no rehearsal. No one ever is epic. Then I went into the house, and then I hold on to like my countertop, and then I just shout, baby is coming, catch the baby now.
Oh my God.
And then and then like the baby just slide out into his hands, and our baby is born.
Okay, I have second
Why
question.
did you lie down on the floor?
Exactly. I also don't know why I never lie down
She
on the
was in
floor.
primal instinct, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there was no thinking at all.
Zoom.
Yeah, it was just
There was a recent incident, right, where a woman gave birth standing up, baby hit the ground.
Okay,
So
but
you
he also
see,
got
right,
primal instinct.
and
Daddy's got a primal instinct.
Yeah.
He zoomed
Very
in, man.
dangerous.
Yeah, so
Very
you see, right, the thing is like there's actually a few positions that I could birth in, like including like squatting or kneeling. But in that moment,
You just felt like
there was this
yeah.
1000% trust that he will be there to catch the baby, you know?
Aw.
So
Okay, so how come your gynae didn't know that your baby might come up between these days?
she knew.
Oh, she knew.
Yeah,
she
but
just-
they have their own planned holidays and leave, ma.
So then they will have like
They will have like a
sub-gynae.
sub-gynae.
Oh. So wait. If I get it correctly, right? So let's say like 1 week before you give birth or whatever it is, right? You should be prepared already, right? And then you should
No,
go
usually
to
it's 2 weeks lah. So they give you the EDD is like 39 weeks. But example for my gave birth 36.
Oh.
So the fun fact is actually all three of my girls, right? They all came out at week 39, day 1.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But all the first two was natural birth.
The
ah.
first two is hospital natural.
Okay.
Vaginal birth lah.
Like
Vaginal.
in the hospital, assisted proper, the normal way lah.
I think
Wow, I stunned,
yeah, vaginal birth, yeah.
In the hospital lah, yeah.
We had
Okay,
like
I
the
have another
doctors and
question
stuff.
then. Okay, this is point 2. So let's say when you were standing up and he caught your baby, there's the umbilical
Yeah.
cord. So were you all just stuck in that
Oh.
position for like 10 minutes
Okay.
until SCDF came? Or you cut
So-
yourself?
Now, this is the fun part. The cord severed during the birth.
What's that? What does that mean?
It broke. Yeah. So because I was standing, right, and then he caught the
impact.
baby, he went that way and I went this way.
Oh,
So the cord broke in between.
oh my gosh. And
Yeah.
then
And then afterwards, I sat down. So it somehow like there was a mattress that magically appeared. I think he went in and then he just grabbed the mattress for me. And then I sat down and then when the baby was born, I think in his recollection is that 1 second waiting for her to release the birth cry felt the longest. Because yeah. Yeah, and he was like ready to like turn her upside down and smack her backside already. But then like the baby she released her first cry and then straight away onto me, skin to skin, and we had our first.
then
First
they all
match.
have to tie the umbilical cord yourselves or
No, because it broke, so there was like still quite a bit of length. And then we waited. SCDF came in like 15, 20 minutes.
and then they help you deliver your placenta after.
Yeah, they gave me a jab, which is similar to in the hospital already. They will give a jab after the baby is born. It's called syntocin, which is fake oxytocin to start the contractions. So I had like 1 more contractions to
Deliver
birth my
the
placenta. Then I'll be very honest that because it's unplanned, right? And then I gave birth at home, I was actually in a bit of a shock.
Yeah.
So I couldn't birth my placenta. Yeah. So I was quite scared at that moment because if I couldn't birth my placenta, then maybe it would have to lead to like manual removal or something else when I reached the hospital.
But in
After
the end,
that
you
you
managed to lah.
Yeah, but thankfully, because like the paramedics, they were so gentle, like SCDF, like, oh my God, like the best team ever. So kind, so respectful, so
must have
gentle.
been shocked too, man.
So paramedics
But then
also you have to help birth babies and
so
stuff.
it
I
was
think got
like
special one
nice.
lah. When you call and you say my wife is giving birth, they send a special
I
team.
think-
No.
I
It's
think
they
it's-
see your area one.
Yeah, it's just on the spot who is the nearest you go already. But I think they're trained to like
for
handle
literally
such
life
situations.
and death
Yeah.
situation. So when the paramedics came, I remember like I birthed my placenta, right? And then like all the paramedics were like, "Whoa, so this is how a placenta looks like." And then we were like, "Oh, this side got this one and that side got that one."
But you were still like happily laughing.
Yeah.
How?
I really enjoyed every moment of the birth.
So
Wow.
back to the umbilical cord, right? So
Yes.
when it breaks during pregnancy, like when you giving birth, is that a bad thing?
Well, I think it could have gone wrong, right? Because it could have severed at the baby. Because it's attached to the belly button, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could have severed at the baby, but we were very, very blessed that it severed in between the
So
baby
what happens if
and
it severs at the baby?
it could be bleeding or something.
Because it connects to their
It's
inside.
like skin. It's like fingernail.
So usually what they do is umbilical cord, right? So usually the doctor will ask, okay, daddy or mommy want to cut. So when they cut, there will be like a small little part of it left that will just drop out when they're like
dried
1 or 2
They will
weeks,
clamp
kind.
and
Yeah,
then
it will
it will just drop.
dry up. It will like be hardened and drop off. It's like a piece of skin, basically.
Okay. And then I know like when you give birth, right, they say they will in a way slice your private parts for the baby to come out.
Episiotomy. That's called episiotomy.
No, that's if you do natural.
That's
You do
if you're in the
C-sec, it's
hospital.
different,
Yeah. So then you are standing up. So
But it's a third baby.
How was your? Did you tear?
Yeah. So
Oh,
the
you
thing
tore
is,
again?
yeah,
Even
the
though
thing
it's
is
your
like,
third kid?
with my first birth, I had episiotomy primarily because I didn't know how to say no, you see. But subsequently afterwards, the more I studied about birth and the more I talked to different people, then I realized that Terry is very normal. So my second and my third, these 2 children, I had 2nd-degree tear. And I also healed. I even healed faster than when the doctors had to do the episiotomy.
what's the 2nd-degree tear? Like
So
based on how
To the
big
perineal, is it? Yeah, so 3rd degree is all the way up to the butt. So 2nd is in between lah.
So 1st and 2nd-degree tears are actually the most common. Yeah.
I don't know how it feels like to have a tear, guys. Like I was so scared of tearing. So I just decided, slice me open, man.
Because the thing is like, it's a bit like, I usually share the example of a deep paper cut versus like your skin chip off at the cuticle kind. You know, both are a bit like, ugh. But then with
You make it sound so mild, babe. It wasn't like that for me.
but then it's an
I could
example
barely
of-
sit for the entire week. What are you
Yeah,
talking
exactly.
about?
Because with episiotomy, that's what happened. Because they cut through every single layer, right? But then if it's a tear, it tears where it needs to tear, and the muscle fibers and the skin repairs where it needs to repair. So
That makes sense.
yeah.
But
How are you so sure that it will tear the correct way though?
No, it's
It's
your
just
body,
built-
it's human
yeah.
body, ma.
It's
That's why she
human
said it
body.
will tear
where
as much as
to.
it's supposed to tear.
But do you feel the tear when the baby came out?
It's not like,
No, like,
like that,
because-
no.
Yeah.
Because you feel the pain more here, and this overpowers everything else, and
I
you
would
feel the
say-
stretching of
I would say this is what we call like the ring of fire in
the
birth.
stretching. You feel the stretching.
The fire that burn before the baby comes out. Yeah.
That's damn insane Then your
Birth is
floor
crazy,
is just,
dude.
Oh my God. Yes, correct.
Okay,
correct.
so the mattress, you
Yes.
guys keep it or?
Oh yeah, so that's the funny thing. So then, because with vaginal birth, like we lose about like 500 ml of blood, right? And then we didn't have any preparation or anything. We don't have like any blankets or like paper sheets or whatnot. So the fun fact is like, even until now, I can still see my blood on the floor grout.
oh my god.
Yeah, which is quite cool. Every day I walk past like, oh yeah, I gave birth here. When I walk to the kitchen, that's where I gave birth.
How to sell the house like this?
Good one, good feng shui one, you know? People will, sometimes when you want to sell the house, you're like,
Okay, so you can walk in here. You see this? This round stain over here, that's where I gave birth.
you know, like usually sometimes when you want to buy a house, you ask like, oh, has anything happened in the house before? You know, sometimes it's like, what is it? You know?
I wouldn't know if I want somebody else's vaginal blood on
We're
my
going to do
on my
renovation,
floor.
right? But yes.
Okay, so after you gave birth, the baby is in your hand. What was the process like? Like what happened after that?
I would say the first thing was definitely skin to skin. So first latch. Yeah. So the thing is, when I was walking in from the lift lobby to my house, right, I was already stripping myself already.
Yeah, I was thinking, how your baby drop out? Wouldn't your undies have caught it?
Oh yeah. So like when she was crowning, right, actually like my underwear was the one that's holding her in. So cool, right? Yes.
How did your husband feel about the whole thing?
Let's ask him.
Actually I always ask him like, is he traumatized?
Yeah,
You know?
I would
Yeah.
think so
Yeah.
too.
Because for me, I'm not. I actually feel really
Yeah.
good. It's a very pleasant and powerful
Well,
core memory. But he told me that he's not. And he felt like it felt so special. It's like a memory that we can, and then it's like a memory that we can give cherish as well. The fun fact, and then the coolest thing is like the boss actually put our house address and not the hospital.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Then who caught the birth time?
Oh, this one is funny. So we actually don't know what's the birth time.
Yeah.
So we had to go and check the
CCTV.
No, we had no CCTV. Yeah, then we went to show if I had CCTV, at least I could have a memory of like what happened, right? So we went to check the call log to see what time we called SCDF. Then we plus minus about like 2 minutes like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then because the hospital asked us to tell them what is the birth time, right? Then we were like,
We were in primal instincts.
yeah,
mah?
we were in primary instinct. Let me check my.
But is
All
it
records.
important to you, birth time?
I think not really.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, we got to choose like what number we want. We should like, oh, you like 47, 48, or you like 50? Okay, let's go with 48.
In that entire experience, what would you have changed about it to make it better? Apart from CCTV. Is that the only missing thing?
yeah, there's only the CCTV.
Okay, but you have photos lah.
I only had one photo. Yeah, but actually like until now, because my eldest is 6 years old and my second is 3 years old, right? So they know that I give birth at home. And then I feel like what happened is that I kind of created this story, this little thing for my children to realize that, because I have three daughters, right? And then now they realize that actually when maybe it's their time to come, like birth is not so scary.
Mm.
It's a reassurance lah.
It's like, oh wow, like I know I can talk to my mommy about it.
I think it's one of the. I mean, if any mother can go through it, right? Or any
Crazy.
any married couple can go through the experience. I think it's
Bonding.
Yeah, it's
It's
really
real
like
bonding.
Yeah, I would say like
it beats
it's a
traveling, it
very-
beats skydiving.
yeah, it's a strong core memory for sure. And then it's like whenever things get very difficult between us, because we are like a regular couple, we argue as well. We have our like unseen arguments at home, and the memory of this really binds us as well.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think like for women, it's like if we recall the moment that we birth a child, irregardless of like cesarean birth, vaginal birth, episiotomy, epidural, whatever. Like if we can all remember that moment of
Yeah, holding your baby.
imagine like making decisions in future. It's like I've given birth before. Like what else?
No, and you just feel like a different person.
I feel like a different person. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, before we end, right? You also run. I mean, apart from your full-time job is actually running a studio, a yoga studio. You want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yes. Okay. So I run a yoga studio. It's called Kindle Space. We do prenatal and postpartum yoga and wellness, which is also like a big part of my own practice. And we want to create this like community center for mothers to come together, make friends, be fit. Because I would think that physical fitness is important for not just the birth itself, but also for postpartum recovery. Yeah, I came up with the word Kindle because it's a play of my name, Kin. This name is given by my grandmother as well. It's to really re-inspire women to be not scared of birth. Like to kindle back that I can do it. And it's not about how I give birth, but the fact that I can try and I will do what I can.
So we've come to the end of this episode. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you so much, Kin, for coming and sharing your story.
Really, this one.
Yeah,
this one
man.
really deserve a
Just
round of
like,
applause. You and your
wow.
husband both. Round of applause. Yeah. If you guys have any questions for her, reach out to her on Instagram. I'll leave in the link in the description box below. If you guys have anything you'd like us to talk about, let us know also in the comment section below. If not, we'll see you guys in the next episode.